Do you guys like my glasses? Be honest. Be honest. Do you actually like them? Wishing you all happiness, clarity, and freedom on yet another day, yet another fantastic morning. There's my microwave, again, that I don't use. Shout out to all of you. My reminder for you today, on this morning, on this beautiful morning, is that you are not just your physical body. You are not your physical body. What you really are is the energy that is experiencing the physical body. You are not the physical body itself. You are the energy that is experiencing the physical body for a temporary period of time. And tuning into this truth, tuning into this realization. You see, this was a download that I got this morning, just sitting with myself in meditation. This came to me. And yesterday I was feeling this too, like, wow, I am not just my body. A lot of times we attach so heavily to this body, but we forget to realize that we are so much more. We are so much more than just the body. We are the energy that is literally interwoven throughout these physical cells. We are the energy that is interwoven throughout these physical cells. Okay, we are much more than what we think. And these are the downloads that I've been getting. And I decided to share that with you today. But it actually brings me into the topic of today's video, which is how to actually free yourself. How to actually free your spirit. That's what we're going to be talking about in this installment of Freedom Speaks. I hope you all are feeling like sunlight, even though today's a cloudy day. The sun didn't come up again. Well, the sun came up, but some pesky little clouds decided to block him out for some reason. Don't know what they have against the sun, but it is what it is. So I'm in here. I'm in my beautiful home with my microwave that I don't use. So that's the deal for today. But we're talking about how to actually free yourself, how to actually free your spirit. Now, it has everything to do with raising your energy up above to the higher chakras. Now, in my last video, I talked about raising the vibration, and this is exactly how to actually free your spirit. You see, like I said, we are not the physical body, but when we get stuck from time to time in these lower three chakras, dealing with fear, dealing with shame and guilt, feelings of I am doing something wrong, feelings of I shouldn't have done that thing, right? Feelings of I am not a good person for doing that thing, or I could have done better, right? This is sometimes the mental chatter that we have, right? Fear, guilt, and shame. I could have done better. I could have done something else. You see, this is how we eradicate these emotions. It's to raise the energy to the heart and raise the energy above these lower three chakras that we get stuck in from time to time. And this is how we free ourselves, how to actually free yourself, how to actually free your spirit, is to focus on raising the energy above your lower three chakras. Raise your energy to your heart. Raise your energy up here to your throat. Speak your truth. Speak your energy. Raise your energy to the third eye and see everything for what it is. See everything so clearly. Another way to actually free yourself is to understand that in this life, it's not always going to be perfect. We are not always going to be 100% in tune and in our hearts and living in love and raising the energy above these lower three chakras. This is the truth about this physical reality that we are experiencing. It's not always going to be so amazingly perfect and so amazingly highly vibrational energy, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it is, and it's not supposed to be that way, right? How to actually free yourself is to realize that it's okay. It's okay to not be okay, to not be living in your definition of perfect, right? It is so okay to not be living in your definition of perfect 100% of the time. If you think about it, if we were always living in our perfect version, in our highest version, raising the energy all the time, right? Always living in the heart, we wouldn't actually know how good it feels. We wouldn't have that perspective. And from time to time, it's okay to slip into these emotions. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in your journey, right? Slipping into fear, guilt, and shame, slipping into unworthiness, slipping into this guilt that we can really consume ourselves with. Depression, guilt, feelings of heaviness, feelings of sluggishness. It's okay to feel these things from time to time. And you see, this is how we free ourselves. This is actually the paradox. It's how we raise our energy and get out of these emotions, is to realize that these emotions are okay. They're not good and they're not bad. They're not good or they're not bad. There is no good and there is no bad. There is just energy. There is just this present moment. So the more we can come to terms with these emotions, the more we can allow these emotions to pass through, rather than resisting them, the more we can free ourselves and free our spirits, right? How to actually free yourself. How to actually free yourself. Another thing I've been really thinking about lately is that our body has physical needs, right? We are in a physical realm. We are experiencing this physical body during this time, and that means that our body is going to have physical needs. Our body is going to feel a certain way at times. And what I'm realizing is that if we want to free ourselves, it's all about being with our bodies and loving our bodies. Love your body. Love your body's physical needs and be with them. Understand that you are not them. You are not just the physical body. You see, it's creating this separation from the heaviness and the physical reality, right? Creating that sense of separation and becoming the observer, right? How to actually free yourself is to become the observer of this physical body and this physical reality, right? But again, understand, we're not going to be feeling like the observer 100% of the time. Sometimes we're going to feel stuck. Sometimes we're going to feel trapped. And that's 100% okay. It is 100% okay. Because when we think that it's not okay, that only further exacerbates those emotions. See how this works? You see how this game of life works? It's a paradox. It is an absolute paradox. See, the more we raise our energy to the third eye, this is something I noticed, like, the more we tune into this up here, the more we start to realize how much of a paradox this life is. But this is how we free ourselves. This is how we free our spirit, right? It's seeing everything, seeing that nothing is actually what it seems. When we rise above, when we raise the energy above the lower three chakras, we realize that nothing is what it seems. And this is the separation, the distance that we are creating from ourselves, right? Raising up and zooming out. This is how we can free ourselves. So again, back to the physical body. sometimes the physical body, it's going to want to do things. Sometimes you're just going to want to lay down and do nothing. And during these times, it's about being with that and realizing that's okay. Because again, if we think that that's not okay, if our body's telling us, rest, do nothing, sit down, and just rest and just be. You see, if our body's telling us to do this, we have to say, okay, body, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to understand that it's okay. Like, it's normal. Like, we get tired from time to time. We get these feelings of sluggishness. We might feel sort of depressed, and we just need to sit. We just need to allow these emotions to work through. So, again, sometimes you're going to feel like moving your body a lot. Again, it's being with that. Sometimes you're going to either feel like you want to eat everything, or sometimes you're going to want to feel like you want to eat nothing at all. Being with that, being with the sense of my body is telling me what I need during this time. My body is always telling me exactly what I need. Right? If I need to eat more, my body needs more nourishment. If I need to eat less, my body doesn't need as much nourishment during this time. You see, creating this mindset of love and acceptance around our body's needs, this is how we free ourselves. This is how we free our spirit. Being with now, being with the present moment, being with whatever is. Because the truth about freeing yourself is that, we're realizing what is real. The only thing that is real is right now, is this body, is right here, right now. That is the only thing that is real. And realizing this is how we free ourselves, how we actually free ourselves, right? Freeing yourself is not about getting more money. It's not about getting more status. It's not about getting more subscribers. Oh, subscribe, by the way. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the like, okay? But freeing yourself is not about reaching a certain point. You see, that's the whole premise of freeing yourself and actually freeing yourself. It's not about reaching a certain thing in this physical reality. It's about being with this physical reality and distancing yourself from it a little bit so we don't get too attached and caught up with it. You see, when we get too attached and caught up with it, we believe that freeing ourselves means having $100,000 in our bank account. We believe that freeing ourselves means, getting all these material things. This is what we believe sometimes when we get stuck in this dimension. You see, this is why freeing yourself is all about zooming out. I'm doing this a lot in this video. What I'm trying to portray here is, this physical reality, right? And this is who you actually are. The energy interwoven in this physical reality. You see, sometimes we get really like this. Sometimes we really get locked in there and trapped in there. But how to free yourself is to loosen the bonds. See, loosen the bonds a little bit and start to zoom out. And this has everything to do with raising your energy above the lower chakras and breathing and tuning in to this space up here, this space of your heart, this space of speaking your truth, this space of intuition, right? This is how we actually free ourselves, right? This is how we do it. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this message about freeing your spirit, freeing yourself. I genuinely hope that all of you have a beautiful day, a wonderful day. Focus on the energy. All you have to do is focus on your energy. When you focus on your energy, you begin to raise your spirit, raise your vibration, right? Focus on the energy. If you find yourself getting caught up in that guilt, shame, and fear, focus on letting it go. Focus your mind on letting that go and distancing yourself from these emotions, right? So, again, thank you all for being here. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. What emoji should we do today? Comment down below the cloud emoji. Okay, a cloud emoji, because it's a cloudy day, right? Comment down below the cloud emoji. It only makes sense. Thank you all for being here. I want you also to check out my crystal shop, Freedom Vibes Crystals. The link is in the description. Again, I don't think this piece is on there, but here's a crystal, okay? Because I'm talking about crystals right now. Here's a crystal. This is selenite. I also have, things like Libyan desert glass up there. Things like amethyst towers. I have fluorite towers. I have so many wonderful crystals over there. So you're going to want to check that out. Also, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. Day in the Life of an Aquarius coming very soon. Part 2 coming very soon. Also, you can donate to me down below if you feel called to. Thank you all for being here. Much love and abundance to you on this day. And make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.